Just getting the chat set up on my tablet. So thought we'd do an afternoon. We have not done an afternoon in a long time. So I wanted to try out an engine I haven't run at all really before, like once or twice, just real quick. So we're going to give it a shot and see how it does. And we got it sitting here on the track ready to go. Anyway, hope y'all are doing well. Just been busy this morning getting some online stuff taken care of. Well, your big boy is here. Oh, very nice. You have to send us some pictures. Let us see how it looks. So, yeah, you can't see the engine. Nope, we're good. Good. So I hope you guys watched our, it kind of was just a recap of our last live stream, but I hope you guys watched the latest vlog that we did on everything. It came out pretty good, kind of went over it all. Reinforced what we were talking about during the live stream about taking this middle section out and making the loops much bigger.
Yeah, he says he'll email some pictures.
Oh, great. So you guys kind of know where we're at as far as all of that goes. So I think it's just going to be better for the layout. It's going to be better for the layout. It's going to be better for the videos, live streams, everything, because it's just going to give us more room. We can put a tripod easier in and be able to watch things as they go around a lot easier. So there, yeah, we're going to be able to do that. My wife is a teacher, and she's going back to school next Tuesday. They start really early, but they get off really early too. They get off like almost a full week before Memorial Day. So their summer is drawing to an end. So next week, and Gabe's got a lot to do for his class. So next week, I'm going to get started into the bridge here, full, getting the double track deck part made for both sides. I was thinking about doing two separate bridges. Have this as a separate and that as a separate, but I think to manage these curves better, I'm just going to make it one bridge section, one wide, double wide section, all the way across there. So I think that'll be where I'm going to start. I think next week I'm going to take all of next week with the styrene that I showed in the live stream and on the blog. I've got 2 packs of that. I should be able to get almost all of this done all the way around. Really close to it. I may have to order 1 more pack of that. We'll wait and see. So I'll at least get everything that's in view here done. And then it's on to the expansion. And then we'll get into that and then we'll start finishing these things up. So anyway, so I wanted to try out a new Amtrac today. I've shown you guys this in the box. It's a little sticky. It's Athearn, so it's just not quite the quality of the Kato and the other stuff. But it's not bad. It's just a little jerky. I think maybe after I've broken it in, got the stuff all greased and oiled and all that, it'll do pretty good.
Trace the Flame says she'll be so big.
Yeah, she will be. Let's see here.
Grandma Crochet Lady says hi.
Yeah, hello there. That's what she said. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring up one of the new. Well, not a new Amtrac. I've had it for a long time, and I've shown you guys. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to see how well it works at low speed and high speed. It's kind of just gliding in right now. There you go. You should be able to see it. Yeah, here it comes. Now you can. And now you can see it. Try to get the speed up a little bit on it and see how it does. That's that Track Smart safety engine paint scheme that has the hand on it. That has all those different images in the hand. I'm not sure how this one's going to run, but we shall see.
Trains to Planes is playing GTA.
Ah.
Do you want me to move the camera down?
That's up. Yeah, you can probably do that now.
Yeah, now that you've shown it.
Yeah, she's a little sticky. Wonder if she's like really sensitive to dirty track. I haven't done this track in a little bit. Over here is where it's on the cleaner track that we did the other day. Yeah. I probably just need to do, I bought it as new, but I bet it was used. So I'll clean the wheels on it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do a little cleanup. Because all of these cars here have metal wheels, and that's all that's been on this inside track, so the buildup shouldn't be much, but it always seems to be. Don't know why. But then a bit of a sticky spot right here. It's hitting the thing right here. I wonder if my track is. Yeah, see, it slows down right there. Go take a look at that. See how big that gap is or what the deal is. No, the gap's not bad at all. So let me get my coming behind it. I'm clean behind it. Well, it's pretty dirty. See what we had there. Oh, that's already doing better.
Trains to Plains says I do need to get couplers for it, as she doesn't have the correct ones.
Oh, well, that's not that big a deal. Oh, it's really easy to change them out. I have to guess that.
Philip David says greetings from New Zealand.
Oh, hello there. I'm just testing out a new. Well, I've had it for a while, but I haven't had it on the track before. Testing this little guy out right now. He actually seems to be freeing up a little bit.
Trains to Plains says it actually includes the box with it.
Oh. Let's see how that goes now. I've got through this area. See how it just kind of sails through it. It does. Okay, that's good. Under it's like that.
Philip says great train.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like this blue safety paint engine. Well, we got some up there. That's good.
Trains to Plains says so overall it was 155 pounds in total.
Oh, that's a good price. There we go. A little dirty on the tracks here and there, a few spots. You can see where I got it off there and off on the ends and had quite a bit. This is what I cleaned out the other day. You can see right there, got a lot off on that the other day. It seems to be moving really good now. Let her just run for a wee bit. I don't know, what's on the other pack? Come loose. Oh, well, I guess it came loose. Nothing's on the other pack. So I'll just grab one just randomly, and we'll just see which one it is. Okay. Cars came uncoupled.
Hmm,
Well, it's because I put the paper towels on them the last time.
yeah.
The one car tipped over a bit. I've got to redistribute the weights in the bottom of the container car
Yeah.
because it's leaning on me. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty good. This M tractor, that was a Christmas gift from the family. Came with that Charger, which is down here, but I wanted to see how it looked with the. I really like it with that safety one on there. It's really pretty. And the Surfliner was a gift from one of our subscribers, which was right back here, off of our Amazon wish list. Lights on the CPKC are flickering, so that means some things are dirty, so I'll have to either do track or wheels. If I had a third power pack, I'd run the Surfliner, but then I'll pick up some extra power packs at the train shows, starting next month.
Trains to Plains says, I'm so excited.
Good. I bet. That's a beautiful engine. It's a good score. Good purchase. Uh, I want to do a simulated stop underneath the other unit station. So do you want to watch the stop with the camera? So we're gonna pull it in over underneath the unit station over there. See how it looks. You can see the one column. I've got to get those painted. And there's 4 columns that go in the entrance area there. That's not bad. This one looks really nice right there once I get the platforms made, the passenger platforms made. I need to lift that off and get the tracks cleaned.
Trains to Plains says, I wonder how heavy it'll be.
I don't know. And then watch it come all the way around and we'll do a stop here at the other station.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put the camera back where it was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she looks nice.
It does, doesn't it? Really bright and colorful.
Yeah.
I like that. So that Surfliner we got should look beautiful on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on wheels and track again.
Big Uncle says, nice hobby.
Yes, it is. Very relaxing.
Trains to Plains says, currently my heaviest is the Santa Fe F7 that he has.
Oh, okay. What if that's the Athearn one? Because they were heavy. All right. Let me get the Surfliner out and about. Boot and a boot. Let it pull into a stop, then we'll take out with the what I've been running.
Big Uncle asks what scale are your trains? I can't tell.
These are in scale. Boy, you can really see how much taller the F-59 is over those new ones, those Chargers. Boy, that is quite the difference. Let that guy glide through a little bit there. Then we'll start with the Surfliner. I'm going to clean a little bit of the Surfliner's tracks. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. That's not really something you always say, because Mondays really kind of stink usually. I hope it's the best that it can be.
Trains to Plains says Monday's been all right for me.
Good. Been okay here. So just been busy with stuff. We put my wife's old car up for sale, and we've been we had a lot of contacts on it, so we've just been answering lots of questions today. All right. So by fall, with all of the things, if you guys, like I said, if you watched our vlog, you know what's coming. With all the stuff we got coming up this fall, our runs will be much bigger. We're going to have a lot more mainline. We're going to push all the way over to the other wall. Bench work and all that shouldn't take any time. I'll get a lot of track at the shows. I've still got a fair amount of track now.
Trains to Plains says I did do something scary today.
What was that? Oh, looks nice.
I went outside.
That's pretty nice. Really kick the auto train speed up. Man, that auto train flies there on its route from DC to Washington, DC down to Orlando, Florida, I think is where it goes. It goes into Florida, but man, it just moves. Going through Ashland on virtual rail, thing's got to be doing at least like 60, 70.
It says and saw people.
Yeah, stop people.
Last part is the worst.
So anyway, like I said, we're going to be really starting on this decking up here next week. I'm going to try inside about a week. I'm going to try to get most of get this one piece here replaced and try to get most of the rest of this done. At least I'll start here since this is the straightest stretch, and then I'll work my way back behind, and then I'll come down the other straight stretch. And I'm going to try to get all that done in 1 week. We have to print the ribbing that goes on the sides. You can probably see it. Let me see if it's visible in the camera. Yeah, you can. Along the sides right here, there's ribbing that comes down. I'll be making the sides out of just plain styrene, but then we print this part that goes on. So after I've got that done, we'll print these, we'll put those down the side, and that gives us the really good ribbing that goes down the sides there. And then, of course, you can see the handrails up here, and we have these little angles that support the walkway. There'll be a walkway on each side. So it's going to be building the actual frame, the carcass of it, the main part of it, without all these extra details. That's not going to take me any time at all. What's going to take the time is applying all those details. We'll get there. We're going to be doing a very big subscription push starting in September. A little less than a month away. When we hit certain numbers, we're going to release one of our files for free for everybody, one of our print files. Most people have a printer now or have access to a printer. Or locally they have a place that will print. So all of our buildings that we have up here that we've developed all the files for, our stations, our big skyscrapers, everything. Every time we hit a milestone on our subscriptions, we are going to release a file for free. So I think we're going to try to get to about 6,000 by the end of the summer. Maybe a little bit past by the like first week of September. Then, if we get to that point, then we will start the event, and then hopefully we're going to try to get to about 8,000 to 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. We'll pick out a number, and if we hit in that area, then we'll start releasing STL files for free. Could be our, we've got 2 big stations, and we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 other large buildings so far at this point. So there's a lot here to choose from. So we'll just pick out. I think we're going to go with the Artemis to start off with, or one of the stations for the first file. Probably a station for the first file. Yes. I couldn't see you.
That's why I'm trying to make the most serious stare face I can.
Well, I wasn't even looking your way.
Yeah. Funk Nation says, "Let's go." You're running the F-59. Awesome.
Yes, we are. We finally decided to get one of them out and run it. And it seems to be doing really nicely. Atherton engines and HO scale are notoriously loud. This engine is very quiet. I'm actually pretty impressed. I thought this would be a lot more growly than it is. Growly, there's a good word. So I'm really impressed with it. And it's got nice lights. It's got 2 operating headlights down low above the plow, and it's got the 2 right below the windows. So it looks really good. The paint job is really crisp and sharp. I'm really happy with that. But the other F-59 we've got that we've shown before, probably not on the next time. It's this one for the Surfliners. It's their 10th anniversary. I love this paint scheme. I think this is in my top 5 paint schemes of all times on engines. So we'll put that on the other Surfliner, give it a break for a while. Then we'll run 2 F-59s. We'll keep this one on this one for a while, and then we'll do that one. In the meantime, I'll take these engines off and I'll get my 800 grit sandpaper and just very gently clean all the wheels with the power. You don't want to take the finish off the wheels, because then the conductivity of the electricity gets worse and they get dirty quicker. So you just have to be really gentle with it. I used to use those brass little brushes that you hook onto the tracks, and they were pretty abrasive. So I'm just gonna go with a really fine 800, maybe 1,000 grit. It takes a little longer, you just have to go down real slow. So I think I haven't done these two engines, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and service those while I've got the F-59s on there. Now we get some break-in time on these things for a while here before we start the big layout expansion. Of course, we're never not going to be without able to run trains. Because what we'll do, how we'll work this is over on the wall, we'll build our two staging areas in our big yards that has a diesel service facility and where we move the skid row to. We'll get all of the track and all of that down over there in addition to the jump pieces that come across on both ends. And we'll go ahead and we'll get the upper track, the elevated track, hooked up all the way around, because that'll be really simple. That way we can run on it for a while until I get this all straightened and brought over. So we'll never be without being able to run. Yeah, she's really quiet.
Yeah, boy.
Mostly just the sound of the metal wheels on all the cars. Yeah, in fact, these cars back here are noisier than the engine is. And it's really gliding smooth now. I think it just needed, so I bet it was brand new, just never been run. I just had to get a little freeing up going on the inside there. I'll grease it and oil it. But it's looking really good. I think I will get to these platforms here pretty soon because I really want to finish the look. We'll get our plant beds in up here with all the flowers and the plants and everything that we're going to have on the front of this, and then get the window glazings in so we can just have and do the same thing on the station on the other side. And then also we're going to put fueling arms in here. Those Snyder fueling arms we're going to have between the tracks right here along with some crew people so that when these come in they can be serviced. We'll have it on both ends and we'll have the platform come out all the way to the curb before it starts to turn. And we'll put that down here with a couple of extra lights over the tracks and probably a light right here over the tracks that actually operates. Oh yeah, that's doing a nice job taking out. It was really jerky when I first took it out of the box. And just doing about 10-15 laps around this, the low speed is doing really, really good. Now, get the speed up a little bit and we'll see how the slow progression of the speed does. That one bad joint over there, I may wind up soldering it just to get rid of the gap. This one, the 6 axles don't seem to have a problem, but this one does. So it'll probably be with any of the 4s. So I think I will, I'll solder that joint. A little speed to it. There it goes. Very good. We're all the little people. Haven't got them yet. I did buy pound sources on eBay. I can get about 300 resin printed people for about $10. Just have to paint them all, and they come seated, standing, the whole works. So we'll I'll wind up buying probably about 300 for $10. I'll probably wind up buying about $50 worth. So that'll give me about 1,500 people that I can start to put around the layout. Eventually, we'll have we'll fill the city, all hundreds of them on the sidewalks, everywhere. So standing, milling about, watching the trains, standing here looking over the edge, watching the trains on either end. out looking this way. Over here in our big central square that we're gonna have where the city hall is and the police department. Have a bunch of people in this park sitting at the benches and stuff. So I would imagine probably when we're done, we'll have, I finally get the city populated. We'll probably have, close to about, 15, 20,000 figures spread around. Yeah, it's like it almost like it comes to a stop. I wonder if it's just needs a little bit of solder right there. That's a little high right there too. So I may do a little sanding right there. Not right now. Well, power's to it, the drain's running, but later.
Eastern Kentucky says, been away for a while. What train do you have running on the track? Looks like an Amtrak.
It is an Amtrak, yes. We're running one of their track safety engines. This is that the B-Track Smart one that has the really pretty hand, the blue paint job with the hand on it that has all the people in it. It's kind of hard to find an in-scale now. Usually when you find it, it's about $200, $250. I got it at a trade show for, well, I didn't get it. Family got it at a trade show, but I found it and they gave it to me for a gift, so I know what's in it. It's less than 100. So it was a really good find, and it's DCC ready. So pretty unit. Stands out really well. Like I said, probably next time we have a live stream, we'll put this one on the front of the Surfliner. That's another F-59.
Isaac says a Shay arrived today.
Oh, good. That got there quick. We'll pull it into a stop under the station this next time. So I'm going to reconfigure everything since all this track and everything over here is going away. I'm going to probably put, when I take the tracks and go this way, I'm probably going to put some switches in along here so I can move things through the switches before they head towards the yard. So depending on where I want to stage things, I'll be able to do the same thing on the other side since I'll have a straight stretch right there as well. I don't have to deal with curves, switches, or anything, and hopefully have no issues. So I'll just stack everything up right there, and then do it on the reverse on the other side. So just depending upon what needs to switch over where, I'll be able to do it. So
Eastern Kentucky says, yeah, the locomotive looks awesome.
yeah, I like this little guy. Let's pull him into a quick stop, pick up some more people, disembark and embark. So yeah, I definitely want to work on this. So I'm probably gonna. Do I have? I got lots of scrap styrene everywhere. So I'll start working on the platforms. Yes.
Jeff 3 Spikes says hi.
Oh hey, how are you? We're just doing a little running, testing out the new one here. I haven't run it. I tested it just a couple times back and forth, like 2 or 3 feet. When we first started up today, it was really jerky. It's the first time it's really been out of the box, so it's already pretty much broken in. So I really like how it's performing at this point.
Kentucky says, I got the N-Scale Kato's Silver Zephyr getting ready to put all lights in all the cars.
Ooh, that'd be a pretty one. Well, as with Athearn, usually you got to put a little bit of power to it to get them rolling, but that's all right. Kato's just creep. Athearn, in my experience, performs better at higher speeds than most, but Kato is the go-to for low speed stuff. I'll bring the camera over and let you guys see it going underneath the other station. I'll do it on this side.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a problem. All right, so let's go look at the other station as it comes through. First off, we'll take a look here. That looks really great at track level.
Just as I've been done because of hip issues, I thought I'd top my stocking out, but I believe this is like going on to different.
Oh dear.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, hope you get to feeling better. So right here, I got an issue. This is what I was talking about. I got a low spot, either a low spot or I've got a gap in the track. And well, I can feel it right there. I wonder if I can span the track so this thing could go under. There we go. You guys can watch it come through here for a while. Ooh, my Bondtech glue. I don't want that on the floor. Oh, that's full bottle. Well, not full bottle, but it's my working bottle.
3 slices to solder the outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Do a little filing once I get it soldered. Let's see how this camera angle looks when I get my glasses on and take a look here. Oh, that's not too bad. It was passing right underneath the tripod. And it could be, I think maybe the one rail could be raised a little bit too. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna just solder it. They're permanently there now. Well, no, I can't say that. Maybe I'll wait. I'll show you. Huh?
Jeff says everything looks great, and they say Lady says that's a great camera in there.
Yeah, I like this one too. Look, do you see where it is?
Uh-huh.
That up here in this corner.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back a little further so you could see it going underneath the overpass too.
Yeah. Is there any room or is that?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's tight with all 3 tracks going right through here. But it's all right. That's a pretty good shot. I probably could take the camera. I'll let this go by so I don't have a chance of hitting it if it falls. Well, I could take this and just maybe do that. Like that. Maybe like, we'll see how that does. Yeah, it glides right through there, just beautiful. We'll pull it to a stop, but it should look like a stop. So again, we are going to start our big subscription push. The first part of next month. And then we hit certain milestones. Like I said, we will release free some of our, not some of, eventually you'll get all of our STL files as we hit the different benchmarks for the totals we're trying to get to. Now that's good. I think when I do this, I think I'm going to bring, I'm going to bring the loading platforms out to about here, because then I'll put the Snyder fueling arms right there, like that, and then the same thing down at that end. And this thing is long enough that I'm able to, three of the passenger. When I make this a little bit longer and I get a few more of the passenger cars, I almost have 4 passenger cars under here. So if I put the the passenger platforms out the back a little ways, I'll probably be able to have like 4 to 5 cars on the platforms. So that'll look pretty good.
Isaac says, speaking of that, have you sent a picture of the 3 small town storefronts for me to choose from?
I just took the pictures today, and I will get it sent in an attachment tonight.
Eastern Kentucky says, I got a bunch of Cato N-scale track. I was thinking about setting up a permanent track.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, we're going to be doing the Cato unit track down below on our lower level. I just don't want to take the time with the. I would do it if I would stay with Atlas because it's my favorite, but I'm gonna have so much up here now to have to do since we're expanding this upper level, that I just want something to run through the mountains down below. And the Unitrack will do that just fine. I can create grades and everything easy enough, and so we're gonna do that down below for all the mountains and the bridges and all that good stuff, going over the rivers and to the canyons. Yeah. Oh, the hand is full of hands. I thought it was people. I never really paid a whole lot of attention, but that hand that's on the side of this engine, it's made up of a bunch of hands.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Prince Eugene says hi.
Hey.
Jeff says, well, I won't be joining because I can't afford another payment. I will watch your videos now.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
No, that's going to be on the memberships and stuff. I mean, this is just for subscriptions, not for memberships. This is just to get people just to subscribe to see the videos, not having to pay anything. It's when we hit 8,000 subscribers, we'll release the first STL file free to everybody. You'll be able to see that here, no problem. That's all that is. Perfect. There are no, and all the old subscribers will get it too, not just new ones. Everybody will be. It'll be available to everybody, whether you've been with us for ever or brand new. So don't worry about that. You'll be able to get it. So yeah, have no fears on that. It's for everybody. So thank everybody for the past 2 years.
I have been for a long time. Oh yeah, we know.
I know. Yeah. So as soon as we hit this, you'll be getting them. So we're probably going to wind up doing one at 8,000, probably then 10, then maybe 15, and then either 20 or 25, and we'll release them when we hit all of those. We'll do one each time, or maybe two each time. I'm not sure because that we're looking at a year plus on down the line to get into those kind of numbers. So we're going to have a lot more STL files. So we may be doing multiple STL files every time we hit a new number, and everybody will be available to get them. A long time subscribers, brand new, everybody. It's just our push to get our numbers up so that we can get these metrics going. Yes, there will be benches and people on everywhere. We're actually going to have garden planters up here, maybe a tree and a big planter, and then tons of people all along here. And then we'll have, we've got this for our guardrail. I'll cut it down a little bit, go all the way around, painted a nice accenting color. So it'll look really nice up there.
And Jamie also says.
Hey! We'll be doing that on the other one that's over here to our original station. And you can see here, this is what we've got. We've got 8 of these total. I'll put these up here so you can see. I've puttied the bottom of these before on this side, but these all go, and there's the caps to them too. Here's the this is the cap to the column, and the columns will be like that with the top pieces up there. We'll get that painted the same color as this.
Jamie says, I hope you have a chalked out body marking the ghetto sections by that.
Oh, all the way over here in our skid row. Actually, we're going to even have a dead body floating in the pool from a guy that dove off the top of the one of the buildings, and we're going to have a bunch of the other junkies all holding up little signs with their score for the died, even though he's dead. So this will be, yeah, so there's gonna be all kinds of details and stuff to go. We're just getting the basics in right now. There's underneath that station right there on the other two tracks, there's gonna be lights illuminating that whole area so you can see all of it underneath there, all the people, all the baggage carts, because on the back wall against the cliff back there, about right here in the back, there's gonna be actual styrene overlapping the wall so you don't see the rock anymore. And there'll be the elevator back here that goes up into the station against this wall, along with stairs for people that don't mind using the stairs. And that'll be going onto the back platform. You'll be able to see all that when the lights are in there.
Jamie asked any rickshaws.
We might, yeah, because we're doing a lot of what are the Easter egg stuff around the place. We've already started to print up a bunch of them.
I also asked what about some any street vendors like hot dog stands.
Oh, probably, yeah.
That'd be good.
We'll probably have food trucks, you know, like maybe parked out on the street, out over on the side over here, parked on the street area. Might have some food trucks out there too. Yeah, we're starting to get all these little things. If you haven't seen them, here's the Blade Runner spinner cop car. We've got about, I haven't cleaned this up or sanded it yet. We've got about 6 of these now. We'll have those flying around the city. Here is from Blade Runner, Harrison Ford Decker's sedan. Again, got to get all the supports off of it, so this will be on the street somewhere. We've got 3 of these. These are the Spaceballs, Winnebagos. We'll have on top of our Babylon tower, we're going to have a spaceport up on the top. That you won't notice like when we're just filming normally, but people that come will be one of those in-person Easter egg things. We'll have like 3 of these parked up there. We've got
Crochet lady says those columns really dress up the station.
yes, they do.
Rockman says, great job, keep it going.
Well, thank you.
Jamie says maybe put a stormtrooper inside a building.
Yes, there will definitely be some Star Wars things.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how this lines up. That doesn't go with that. Oh. Yeah,
What is it?
I don't know. I think this goes with this.
What's for it?
Oh yeah, here is, no, that's 2 bottoms. Here is let me get this lined up right. This is the police car from Fifth Element. It's got the guns out the front. I'll paint it the right colors. And here is Bruce Willis's. Something's wrong with this though. I'll have to figure this out. So the bottom is bigger than the top. This must not be the bottom. So
Amazing. Is the ones that have like it? No, this is the police bottom.
well, that fits this one though perfectly. So this is the police bottom here because it's got everything.
Because I gave you 2 police bottoms. Let's see. No, this one's actually this one because it has the tailpipes. Tailpipes down.
Okay.
That actually goes to this guy. Which, yeah. It is, okay.
Bottom's bigger.
Well, it looks bigger, but it's
No, I can
not.
feel it. It's bigger, wider.
Because I cut it exactly in half, leaving the tailpipes.
Because it's definitely.
Where was the other half of the?
There's a cop car. Sorry, we're having issues right now with our 3D printed vehicles. That doesn't fit.
Okay.
Let's see.
I can pull out the files and show you.
Oh no, all right. But I'm gonna have to file that just for today.
I cut it directly in half. I didn't change it any sizes or anything.
Well, you can feel the lip to it on the side. So,
I wonder if it's because I had to use supports for the tailpipes.
oh, I don't know. Well, anyway, so we got all that stuff going. Sorry, we got sidetracked there.
They are what they are. What they are. They are. Unfortunately, it could have just been manufactured.
Yeah. So,
Jamie says in old federal buildings especially, you might find cement towels poured on pigeons. Have you ever heard of that?
oh yeah, yeah.
We could do that.
Our neighbor uses owls on our property because we have, well, she uses them because she has a huge round, half of her house is this round glass. It's an old Frank Lloyd Wright building, a house that was designed by one of his students. And the birds just kept flying into the thing, so she put 2 owls up, one on her dining table outside, the outside dining table, and one on the wall near it, and it's kept all the birds away, which is good because now she doesn't have these impacts of birds that are dazed and confused laying on the ground outside in her courtyard. So yeah, the owls are definitely something people use.
So it's cool, great idea.
Yeah. All right. All right, still here, Gabe. I'll let you.
Oh, reset the camera back up.
Yeah, just up here on the top. I think we're kind of done running for a while.
Yeah, good chat or something.
For just a little bit. Yeah.
Start wrapping things up here.
Yeah. So you can see now that I'm out of the way, why don't you zoom in on that, how that looks with the freights and everything.
Yeah.
And how I have this just sitting down, this is how this comes packaged from the factory. These forest edge trees from JTT. I'll be doing a review on those pretty soon. I'm gonna make some a little bit taller because we also got, this is all off of donations you guys made over the past couple of streams. With, I don't remember what they were doing, stars.
Stars. Yeah, gifts.
The gifts. So we were able to get enough, so I'm gonna take these right here and I'm gonna add these extra limbs on. Like this guy right here, I'm gonna make it taller so that we have some trees that will come up to the height of even the deck and then allow me lower, maybe have 1 or 2 that would be taller than. But it'll be nice big narrow trees. I'm gonna paint these trunks a little more white, make them look more like aspen or ash.
And yes, we will have red blinking lights on top of the skyscrapers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, like on this guy here on the Chimera Cerberus building, up on top, you'll be able to see it. We'll back the camera up from time to time. We're actually going to have a heliport up there with a helicopter with the blades going around.
Oh.
And blinking lights up there. So yes, we will be doing that for sure. So that's kind of where we are right now. We by the time summer's over with, we'll have the Chimera Cerberus building done. We just haven't decided on the name yet, but we will have that done, and we will probably even have over there, you know, where we were just set up, and you saw that new station that's over there. Back behind, there's going to be 2 skyscrapers behind it. Those are going to be our corporate towers for our railroads. We might even have 1, possibly both of those printed. But this guy will be done for sure. We'll have this wrapped up. We'll have that pretty much wrapped up, the other station, and I'll have, we do have the pieces to fix this. There's another stair step here. The one that was here, when I was out painting, fell off the thing and broke. So I will be putting, I'll glue the new one together, put it here and get it painted. Well, glue it together, paint it, and then put it there so you've got a nicer stair step going up.
Jamie says the Northern Light Tower.
Or Light Tower, yeah. So, that would actually be a good tower name. So anyway, and we aren't getting rid of any of, like I said, we're not getting rid of any of the Skid Row, even though that whole middle section is coming out. It'll be over where our yards are, and that stands to reason. I mean, that's where, if you think about it, you know, the train yards are always usually down in a sketchy part of town. So, because that's where it all started. That's where the town grew from, was that area, and went out from there. So this will work perfectly, putting it all over there, the yards, Skid Row, the whole works. So we'll come out from that wall probably about 18 inches. We'll use probably 12 to 14 inches for the yards, which means I can probably, given how many I've got right here in a short space, I can probably put probably the 2 mains, these 3 guys narrowing down to 2 mains, and probably additional 10 tracks.
Ashley says hello.
Hello! So, we should have plenty of room to do everything we want to over there, and have plenty of room out on the front of it or back behind to put Skid Row back in. So that's like, it's going to make this room open up, and it's going to make things so much easier. We'll get a tripod for the camera, and be able to just set it anywhere we want to set it. You get it at any level we want to, so we can get it right down at track level, which would be really nice, especially if we're running some really unusual things, which we will be. So it'll all work itself out.
Jamie asks, will there be a seedy motel in Skid Row?
Yeah, oh yeah, there will be. But we'll also have the things that are trying to go in for support. We've talked about the story before about the guy that owns the Titan Tower right there, owned all the land over here for Skid Row, and he just sold all that off, but has since bought it back. He sold that off to build that tower, then he got rich off this, then he went back and he bought all this, trying to keep them all up and everything, but then the bad element moved in, and of course, we had our meth lab explode. That's why the top of that tower is all scorched, that hotel or the apartment building. But he gave up for a while, but now he's come back, and we'll have a section where he's actually starting to build some more proper and nicer apartments that will either be extremely low income or free to stay at. And we're actually going to have that building in construction for quite a while. It'll just mostly be girder work like you see here, but probably every 3 months we'll come in and we'll finish a level and we'll move the girder work up. And then maybe in a year's time we'll have it built. It's going to be sitting right next to like a Salvation Army ministry type thing where, they can go get showers, food, all that kind of stuff. So that'll all be there together with it, along with all the rest of the stuff. Yes.
Jamie says I ought to have the My Name is Earl motel with that pool.
That would fit. That would fit. I know that show well. That's a great show. Yeah, that's a possibility. I bet they probably even have it, or there's probably something close to it. So we'll have a nice big section of that over there. Lots of details to it. So it'll be pretty good. It'll be pretty good. Along with a bunch of like boarded up businesses above apartments that are still being used. So it'll be an interesting section of the layout. And then of course this end is where all the money went. So the fictional money went. So because we don't really have much into this whole layout right now. I think it hasn't changed since the last time we talked. I think, like I said, I'm sitting at about $925 total. That's everything, bench work, PLA, filament for the buildings, track, scenery, foam, everything. So we don't have much in this at all. I think I was doing a kind of a revised thing with adding the display case for all of our cars, because below the yards and that area, that's gonna be our display cases. Or that whole about 7 foot long area there, we're going to put tons of shelves in so we can put everything up and have it all behind so it stays dust free. Yes.
Jamie says I ought to have the Crab Shack too.
Crab Shack, yeah.
And asks any trailer park.
Actually, where'd they go? I actually have some trailers. I'm in the middle of working on them. I've got about 4 trailers already. They're a little nicer. They're a little too nice for Skid Row. I mean, they're like double and triple wides, very fancy and everything. But there's some files up there for some really cruddy ones. We could probably put like in some open lots, throw some trailers in. So we'll probably wind up doing that.
Wow. Well, okay. First of all, Crochet Lady says, "Good week, everyone. When's the next live?"
Next live will probably be Thursday or Wednesday, but probably Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have pantry this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jamie asks Tent City.
We are gonna have like a hobo encampment that's gonna be right over here. It'll be close to the siding that we're gonna have for our fuel tank. Where the tank car comes in, we're gonna have a bunch of tents and stuff right there. So there could be a little something right there. Yeah.
And Jackal says, "Yo, long time no see. Moving my layout to under the bed. Let me say, it's small."
If it under bed, it would have to be.
That's
yes.
good to see you again too.
Yeah, it is. Glad you joined us.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd come in. We ran trains for a little bit and talked about all that's coming and how we're getting ready to expand the layout. I'm just gonna reuse all the track I've got because I've got it all painted. I like it, and so I'll be doing some reconfiguring here. So that's all coming. That's our fall project. Is we're going to be expanding this big time, taking the doors off, putting curtains over so I can do jump tracks without having to worry about doors opening and closing, and really get that. I'm really gonna like having the yards there, but what's gonna be really nice is having the display case underneath all the shelves to put everything out. So as I'm working on it, I'm weathering it. I don't have to put it back in boxes. I can just leave it out so that way, because I'm having a hard time. I got really beautifully weathered. I came across, I forgot about them. I got really beautifully weathered container cars sitting under here. And I've got some hoppers that are beautifully weathered sitting over here. I've got some more Autorex that I did a really good job on the weathering over here. I keep forgetting because I move them out of the way because I don't have a place to have stuff, and I don't want to put them up because I'll forget about them. So I'm going to have a really big display case that's not going to cost me anything to build it. I'm probably less than $50 to build the entire framework for the yards and the display case underneath. But it'll give me a place to put everything, and then I'll eventually go over to Ace Hardware and I'll have plexiglass cut and I'll make doors. Because I'm going to have this go right up to the wall and completely sealed. Keep all the dust off of absolutely everything so I don't have to worry about it. So, should work out good.
Jackal says, "Noah is so small the transformer can handle it."
Oh.
Let's see. Jamie says, "Any thoughts of installing mini cams inside your buildings to get different viewpoints?"
Probably not inside the buildings, but we are going to be, when we get this expanded over to the yards, against that wall, probably after fall into winter, we will probably pick up one or two more cameras, and we will cycle it through to where for a little while the camera will be like this, and when we're running stuff, and then it'll switch over to maybe the yards, and then it'll switch over to that side. So you'll be able to get different views of everything that's running all around the layout. So we'll probably do that, I would say, probably around the first of the year, right around there. Because it's going to take me to get this done, the bench work, everything here. We're probably looking at a solid 2 to 3 months to build the display case and the yard platform and get all the track down. So over here, I'm going to actually have to recarve the rock over here because it curves over here, and I need it straight. It actually needs to curve the other way, so I'm gonna have to recarve all that, repaint all that. So there's a lot to be done to get us over to that wall. So.
Jackal says it's blown 2 fuses in the house already.
But how that goes, we have our printer going, and we got the heat guns going, and everything going. We'll pop the circuit breakers ourselves. So.
Jamie says, "Do you decorate your yard for Halloween and Christmas as well?"
We used to decorate pretty heavily for Halloween. We used to have a ton of the Lemax, the Halloween Town stuff, Spooky Town.
Yeah.
We used to have a ton of Spooky Town buildings, and we would put them up in the front window so that on Halloween night when the kids would come up, they could see the whole village and everything. Never put anything really outside other than a couple of pumpkins with lanterns. Christmas though, however, we don't do too much outside. This will be the first time we'll probably actually put a few lights outside. We mostly decorate inside. We have 1, 2, 3. When we do a big year, it depends on how motivated we are. When we do a big year, we put up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We put up 8 trees on a busy year when we really feel like it. But that takes me starting roughly the late September, 1st of October, starting to set stuff in place. And usually we're so busy. Lately, we've just been putting up about 4 trees, about half of what we do. And we haven't even put the decorations up like we usually do, because like through our openings downstairs, we have these big openings that go between the rooms. We would put garland and huge ornaments hanging from the tops of them, and all kinds of Jim Shore, bless you,
Excuse me.
all kinds of Jim Shore decorations and everything, with the Santas and the angels and all that. Last year, I think last year we put up either 3 or 4 trees, but we leave them up because up here it gets really dark and stays that way and gets really gloomy. So we'll have most of our trees and all of our lights done by about the 1st of November, and we won't take them down until first week of March, somewhere right around there. So stuff stays up for about 5 months. And we've actually had people actually stop when we've been out, like leaving or stuff or doing something, and they've actually told us that they love just sitting across the street from our house and looking at it, like in February, when there's no other lights on around, and they just like to see the feeling of the lights still, and it gives them that nice feeling, you know. So we've had a lot of compliments that way of just leaving the stuff up, and it's nice for us because we really enjoy the season and have a good time with it.
Jackal says, so I've managed to get a system to have tall buildings, but I glue a door hinge to one side of them, so they collapse to the side and slide under the bed.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, make it so it works. Yeah, you can use a piano hinge for something like that too, for like really tall buildings, and just cut the hinge. So I think they make really thin ones of those. So yeah, that would work out pretty good. Just use a good super glue or Fabri-Tac. Fabri-Tac would probably do it. Take a few days to dry, but this stuff will glue anything to anything. It's better than super glue, but it takes days to set. And once you've done it, your seam will break. Everything will break around it if it falls, if you try to take it apart. I use this to glue plaster and things to plaster and metal to plastic and everything else. This is the best stuff. I mean, it's made to put anything on fabric. So I've used this for a lot of different things, and it's great. So if you're ever looking for a really good glue, multi-purpose glue, that's it. But again, you got to set it aside, let it dry for a few days. I think I actually did a review of it. So if you go down to our product reviews, you'll see I think I actually did a plaster building putting it together.
Jackal says, also you're missing out on not having a Northern Lights graffiti painting on one of the buildings.
Yeah, we might do that. I mean, I custom paint all my graffiti for the most part. So I've been doing that for years. So I probably will, because I don't know if we're getting ready to do. I mean, this is one of my hand painted graffitis right here. I'll come up a little slower so maybe it'll focus easier. That was done with just acrylics and a paintbrush. So I do all that. Now that's HO. I do the same thing on InScale. I've got them all covered right now, but I've got cars here that have graffiti on them. Well, actually, you can see right here. There's some up here on top. So, yep. So we'll probably wind up doing something like that. Maybe our logo with that. Well, we'll get the one that has the better look to it, the one that's the longer streamers of the Northern Lights. So I think that's pretty well got us covered for today.
Jamie asks, do you ever build historically significant structures?
Not really. All the buildings we have here are based on real buildings. I just don't remember the names of them. But they were based initially on real buildings that we have modified, made modular so we can make them taller, make them a lot bigger than what they are. I do have a file for the Chrysler building in New York, and there's I think there was a building in Japan that we have a file for that was a really cool one. So they may wind up being background buildings when we get to that point, because I'm not going to have the room, and they would burn a ton of PLA anyway making them.
Jamie asks, are glass towers difficult or impossible to replicate with 3D printing technology?
Yeah, I wouldn't do glass towers, all glass towers, external, there's a way of doing them, that's pretty simple. But it doesn't involve 3D printing. You take whatever color reflective, foil that's for party, baskets, and there's like 10 different colors you can get. And you get foam core that has a sticky side to it, and a plain side, a regular plain side on the other side. And you just roll it out on that. You cut it the way you want it, the pieces to make it. You roll it out on that, and then you divide it with automotive striping, the really thin pin striping. You divide the floors with a row of that, and that gives you a really beautiful looking glass building. So it's simple to do, a lot easier than doing 3D printing. We're actually probably going to have about 2 or 3 on the layout, but they're going to be background buildings. So I may do a couple of videos showing how to do those in case anybody's interested. So when we get to that stage, probably first part of next year, you may see some videos coming of us putting up some really modern glass buildings. Because that's kind of how it goes. You always seem to have your older buildings, and then as you move away from the center, unless they've bought the buildings and torn them all down, you have your newer stuff as it's heading out. So from your very, very center, city center. So we'll have those as backgrounds around here. So you'll get to see that. All right.
All right. Jamie says, thanks, guys, for answering my endless questions. You guys are very generous. Thanks.
No problem. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think what we'll have done by Friday when we get together. Like I said, this is my wife's last week before she goes back to work, so we've got a few day trips planned all the way through Monday. So I'm probably not going to get a whole lot more done this week, but we'll get together on Friday. Maybe I'll break out that Surfliner F59 and we'll run it around here, see how it looks coming and going. I'm probably, other than that, I probably won't. This is going to be a real light week on work. But then next week we'll start a lot of good projects, build projects. So you'll see a lot of videos coming. Because my son's still got basically a month off right now. He's got to do a project for his school that he has to get ready for this fall with. But we'll have time to do some live streams and get a bunch of stuff done.
Jamie says, we will be here. Go hug the wife.
Yes, she has missed me this summer. She has informed me of that I've been too busy. But that's all right. She's almost retirement age, and when she's at retirement age and she's done, then we'll have plenty of time. Another 4 years. Three to 4 years.
Only thing will just be me and my schooling.
Yeah. Well,
I should be done by then.
You'll be done.
Yeah.
You'll be finished because you actually should be a year ahead of her.
Yeah.
Because you have 3 left, she has 3 to 4. So, but it'll all kind of time out about the same time.
Yeah.
So. We were at an antique shop yesterday, so there should be a video coming up. We found some really cool custom painted Lake Superior and what is it?
Lake Superior and Ishpeming.
Something like that. Yes. Custom painted engines that were really cool sitting on the shelves. So we will have a video up of those. I didn't buy them, but they're really cool. I don't think I only wanted $70 a piece. It looks like they were old blue box Athearn U-boats, is what it looked like that he had painted. So we'll have a video up of that probably the next day or two. We do have our next video game one coming up. Game's releasing number 2 of our Minecraft build, where we have all of our mine carts and our tracks and everything going. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be either today or tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow? Okay. And then this Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing the live this Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're doing our first ever Minecraft. We'll have our normal train live one earlier in the evening or during the day. But then 3 hours later, about 11 p.m. Central Standard Time till about 1:30, if I can stay up that late, we're going to be doing our first Minecraft build. We're going to have the split screen going. I'll be one of the screens, he'll be the other. I he builds all the tracks, the train tracks and everything in it, and does all the beautiful finish work. I just dig. I dig. He throws me, what type of pickaxes do you give me?
Either iron or diamond.
Yeah, usually it's diamond, it's purple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah,
like,
bluish.
yeah, well, anyway, he loads me up with like 10 of them. And I just go to town. I've dug all the way to bedrock, all the way up to the top, surface level. And if you haven't seen it, we have a video up right now in our video section that gives a quick tour. He does a mine cart ride in it and takes you down into the massive cavern that we dug out. We did that during COVID over that year and a half, and then I haven't been back into the actual game and into the caverns and stuff for probably about 3 years now. So this weekend will be interesting trying to remember how to do everything. But when I get to digging, I dig, and then he comes in and cleans everything up behind me and builds everything. So we'll be doing that Friday night from 11:30 to, probably 11:30 to probably about 1:30, something like that. Yeah. So that'll be a fun night. So if you've never seen Minecraft or Minecraft to this extent, because he's done all these automatic things. He has a farm made where the stuff that he put in makes everything grow. Is that whole wall?
That wall of sugar cane.
Yeah, and everything, and where the beehives are, and all the chickens and llamas and all that gobbledygook is. So anyway, it's not quite model trains, but it still is train themed because of the minecart rides. I told him what I want him to do is we have a massive hole that goes from the top all the way to the bedrock, like I said, but that's just one small part of a massive cavern we've done. I want him to build a helix that goes all the way down so you can have a Minecraft ride that goes all the way from surface all the way to bedrock. So he'll do that sometime over the fall. Mm-hmm. So that's just something we're adding on Friday nights. It has nothing to do with this, but it's when we just sit. I mean, it's so mindless. For me anyway, for him, he's got to concentrate, but me, I'm just sitting there. You'll see me digging, and I find a spot, and I don't know, I seem to have a good knack of finding all the good gems and stuff, and the diamonds and all that kind of stuff. And he comes in, he picks them up behind me, and he uses them. Yeah.
I've actually left all those diamonds we found.
Oh, did you?
Down in the pit, all the ones,
in the pit that like floating in midair and stuff. So I'd find them, and they'd be floating, and I'd dig all around them. I leave them there, and I just keep going down, and then we just have all this stuff. Just looks like it's floating in midair.
Because I come in with a special pickaxe, and I break them, and they give me more diamonds than they usually would.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So well, that's all right.
Special pickaxe.
Oh well, you won't give me one of those.
I'll get you one of those.
That's all right. I'd be fine with the other. I find plenty. So.
It's just because that one is so hard to find the right enchantments.
Okay.
You have to grind and grind and grind for experience.
Well, you guys will see it. If you want to come see it, we'll be hanging out. We'll just be doing goofy stuff and chatting and everything, and probably even talking about the layout while we're up there, because we may have done something during the day, and we'll be talking about it because it's so mindless. It's easy. So anyway, so we're doing that. So we'll be doing probably a double live stream on Friday, or maybe one Thursday and then the late one Friday. I'm not sure. But we'll give you the notices ahead of time. So anyway, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you have a good week. And take care, everybody. And thanks for being here. And like I said, we're going to start that subscription push. Everybody qualifies. Even if you've been with us since the beginning, when we start to do stuff, we'll start to release the STL files. We'll give all the details in the community section when we start doing it. We're just going to do not a membership push. We're not asking people for money or anything. This is just regular subscription push. So we'll be starting that in September, and you can join anytime. It doesn't matter, and you can have been with us forever. You're still going to get the same. So anyway, so we'll talk to you later this week. So I hope you guys have a good week, and then we'll see you towards the weekend. So thanks for being here.